Hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Got a little tiger who's probably leaving. Okay, so we'll get started. Let's inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and just let the body do whatever it feels like. Okay, now we'll do more intentional shaking. So keeping the feet on the floor, or if it works for you, we could actually, let's try it this way. We'll do it a little different. Let's tap the heels. So I'm just very slightly lifting the heel and then just tapping it down. And that gives a real shake to move through the whole body. We'll relax into it. We'll just do like 30 seconds or so. Just relaxing into the shake. And if you want to add to it in any way, please go right ahead. I find this version, tapping the heels, a little harder than keeping the foot flat and just going with the knees. You can try that way and see which one you like better. Okay, let's get into our normal Philip Live routine. So we'll start with our self-massage, rubbing the hands together. Separate. Inhales, we move in. Exhales, we move up. Go with your breath. Okay, palms come over the eyes. Lighting up, empowering, nourishing the eyes, the brain, our skin cells. Feel the top of the palm on the eyebrow bone, the bottom of the palm on the cheekbone, and let's make circles. Other direction. Okay, we'll slide the hands down the face. Inhale up the sides of the nose. Exhale down the sides of the face. Do a few. One more. Okay, warm up the hands again. Once again, separate. Inhale, move in. Exhale, move up. Head massage. Base of skull. Pinch out the back of the neck. All the way down into the shoulder line. One more. Okay, we'll do a little shoulder slap. So I'm just like slapping and pulling down. Okay, now same thing. We'll kind of just like grab the muscle at the base of the neck. Like grab and pull out. Perfect. Sweep down the front of the neck. Circle upper chest. Middle chest. Belly. Come down the legs. We'll sweep down the shins, kind of squeezing as we go down and loosely coming up. Do that a few times. Come up the calves. Backs of the knees, thighs. Massage the kidneys and the low back. Okay, lung channel massage. So we go under the collarbone until we hit the shoulder bone, and then we go down a little. So we're looking for lung 1. It's a big point, so we can't really miss it. When you're ready, up the shoulder, down the arm, around the thumb. Turn the hand down, tip the index, come up in between, all the way up. Inhale as we cross, nourishing the internal organs. Exhale, brush away. Other side. So palm faces forward just to make the point easier to get to. Under the collarbone, we hit the shoulder bone, move down a little. Massage, massage, massage. You can always let out a sigh. It's just a good way to let go. Okay, up the shoulder, down the arm, around the thumb, turn down, tip of the index. Come up in between. Up, up, up. Inhale as we cross. Exhale. And now tapping. So we tap starting with the head, then we come down the face, move down the front of the body, come up the back of the body, get the low back and kidneys, lung channel, large intestine channel, and across, other side. And across. Perfect. Give ourselves a little shake. Okay, let's bring the feet together. Shoulders back and down. We remind ourselves of the aura meditation. So we're doing this all the time in all of our practices. And it's just reminding ourselves so it can get a little more powerful. So just think of the breath. We inhale fresh oxygen. We exhale carbon dioxide. So the aura meditation, we're inhaling. We can imagine inhaling brilliant, bright light, healing energy, fresh energy, whatever you may need, in through the crown of the head. We light up the entire body, mind. And as we exhale, we release. So we can imagine the space around us, our auras, our magnetic fields, getting a little bigger and a little brighter as we let go, let go, let go, let go. Okay, shoulders back and down. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, one ear to one shoulder, let ourselves hang. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. And we'll do one more round at our own pace. Once you come back to center, open up the feet. Open up the arms. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, rotate from the waist. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back to center. And one more round at our own pace. Okay, let's rub the hands together. Warm up the back and the kidneys. Slide the hands up over the kidneys, bend those knees, circle the hips. So we're inhaling as we circle back, exhaling as we circle forward. Other direction. Okay, come back to center and release. All right, our last warm up are knee rotations. So we'll bring the feet all the way together and start by just massaging those knees. So we can use our fingertips. You could also use your knuckles or just like an open palm. Okay, let's start our rotations. Just going to whatever degree feels good for today. Other direction. Okay, give ourselves a little shake. And let's start our 8 health investment exercises. Okay, so we'll inhale. Exhale, open up, letting go. Inhale, palms up overhead, collecting fresh energy. Exhale, turn the palms down, giving it to ourselves. Inhale, chest level. Exhale, elbows back. Inhale into the palms. Exhale, press down. Inhale, open up the feet, cross the arms, and maybe just a little more intention. We can imagine gathering energy, bringing it into ourselves, into our internal organs. Okay, so we turn to the side, one hand at the hip, one palm facing us. Because I'm talking so much, let's inhale again. Exhale, turn the palm, press out. Releasing. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, cross. And again, gathering fresh energy, giving it to ourselves. Exhale, extend. In, bend, out, extend. Inhale, gather in all of that fresh energy. Step the feet all the way together. Exhale, press down. So we're giving it to ourselves, storing some for later. And then when we drop the fingers, we're also letting go of anything we don't need. Okay, my favorite one. In, out, stretch up and down. So we're touching the heavenly cloud and also the earth. Inhale, sweep the palms. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, gather it. Exhale, press down. This one is so good for stretching the spine in both directions and also really good for helping us regulate our emotions. Inhale up. Other side. Exhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, sweep the palms. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, gather it. Exhale, press down. Open up the feet, hip width apart. This exercise and the next we'll imagine releasing down through the earth. Keep the neck relaxed and we move with our eyes. In, fill up. Out, look over one shoulder. In, back to center. Out, other side. In, center, hands on the kidneys. Out, turn. In. Out. In. Hands in front of the chest. Out. In, center. And out. In, gather in. Out, press down. In, interlace. Out, overhead. In, palms up on the toes. Out, palms down. In, fill up. Out to the side. In, center. Out, other side. In, gather in, and out, heels come down. Okay, we open up the feet, cross the arms, make gentle fists, exhale to the hips. Inhale, crossing from the lower body. And as we exhale, we just brush away. Inhale from the chest. Exhale, hips. Turn the head. Inhale. Exhale, punch. Take the wrist, come back, turn the head. Inhale. Exhale, punch. Rotate the wrist, come back. Take a full breath. We can sit a little more in our horse stance. Inhale, cross. Exhale, brush away. Inhale from the chest. Exhale, hips. Inhale, chest. Step in. Press down. Okay, we rotate the wrists. Knees are bent, elbows are bent. In. Out. Press through the heels of the hands. Lengthen the spine. Lengthen the legs. When you're ready, inhale, palms come up. We can bend the knees again. Exhale in front of the belly. Inhale in front of the chest. Exhale overhead. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as you like. So we'll lift each toe by grabbing if you can, or if not, you just lift the toes by themselves. I'll say the toe and the associated meridians, and we'll all lift with our own exhalations. So big toe, liver and spleen. Second toe, stomach. Third toe, stomach. Fourth toe, gallbladder. And fifth toe, urinary bladder. Okay, hang loosely, let the head be heavy. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Press into the feet, roll up. Hands come to the back, lean back. Inhale, gather in. Exhale, press down. Okay, our 8th exercise to collect spiritual energy. Inhale, coming up to the heart center. Exhale, open up. Inhale, third eye, gathering fresh energy. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, open up. Inhale, third eye. Exhale to the side, palms up, collecting some fresh energy. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, open up. Inhale, third eye. Exhale, heart. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, open up. Inhale, third eye. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, gather in. Exhale, press down. Okay, rest the hands on the lower dantian. Take a little moment. The dantians, they're like energy basins. So we have this lower one concerning all our physical needs. We have the middle one at the chest level. for the mental, emotional. And then we have the one in the head for the spiritual. And you can see how our sequence, we've been working with all three. Okay, Qi Gong for hormones. We inhale. Exhale, drop the hands. Inhale in front of the chest. Exhale, the backs of the hands forward. Make little cups with the hands. Inhale as we rotate to the hips. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale back to the hips. Exhale forward. Inhale, third eye. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, third eye. Exhale in front of the chest. Make the little cups. Inhale to the hips. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, hips. Exhale, forward. Turn the hands. We go around like a big ball, taking a full breath. Inhale, third eye. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, third eye. Exhale. Inhale, gather in. Exhale, press down. Okay, before we do our closing exercises, we'll do another Qigong movement I just learned from another teacher, Cass Werner, and it's for the lungs and for letting go. So we're going to use a hand position that's a little bit uncomfortable. It's a bit awkward to do and a bit uncomfortable, but it's okay. It's good to be a little uncomfortable sometimes. So we try to hold down our second two fingers. Maybe like me, you'll have one hand where it's a lot easier, my right hand. And then the thumb, let the thumb be active and kind of pull the thumb down. So it's a tiger's mouth. Okay, so that's our hand position, and we'll just do our best. I know it's very awkward. Okay, so we're going to open up into a bigger horse stance. So let's take a moment and just, excuse me, just get into our horse stance. So wider than we normally do. Toes point forward as much as they comfortably can. Imagine the tailbone going straight down. We'll just take a few breaths just to settle into our horse stance. As always, we can imagine the upward pull through the crown. Let the knees be bent. And let the legs work a little bit. So this is a very grounding position. 3 more breaths and then we'll start the movement. Okay, so the movement. So on the exhale, we'll use that tiger's mouth. And again, kind of pull the thumb down. So it's a very active hand. So on the exhale, we'll use the tiger mouth, press out. The other hand, we'll grab the bow and pull out. So it's like a draw the bow, which we've done many, many times. Just a different hand position, different leg position, and a different starting position. So similar but different. So this is like kind of like our end movement, and this is where we're letting go. The beginning movement, we're going to curl into ourselves around the back. So we inhale here, curl. We exhale, make our tiger's mouth, grab our bow, pull, and look towards the hand. I'll just do one side and then the other side. So inhale, curl in, round the back. Exhale, draw the bow. Continue with our own breath. Couple more. Other side. So make that tiger's mouth active. Pull down the thumb. And remember your back arm too. Pull back on that bow so we get the opening through the whole chest. Reminder, we're inhaling as we curl in. Exhaling as we draw the bow. Go with our breath. Last one. Okay, gather in, step the feet in. Press down. Okay, we'll finish up by sweeping from one shoulder down across. Okay, same concept, but it's like we start in a prayer and then we sweep like the lower ribs and down. Perfect. Let's do our push hands. So we inhale, gather some energy. Exhale, press the hands forward. Two more like this. Now we add a jump and a sound as long as that feels good. Ha. Two more. And now three smooth. Okay, gather the energy, press down. Let's scoop up a handful of energy. Give it to the lower dantian. Twice more. We close with a bow. The feet come together. Hands come in prayer. Paying respect to all beings. Praying for world peace. And promoting unconditional love. Come out of it when you're ready. And clap. Wonderful. Okay, let's make our way down to the mat. And we'll do just a few all fours things and then go into our seated twists. So come on down any way that works for you. So let's get a little core engagement. So reminder, if your wrists aren't happy with your hands flat, you can always go on your fists, or you could be more intense on your fingertips, or you fold up your mat and then you use the folded part of the mat under the base of the hand. So that takes a lot of pressure off of the wrist. Okay, so we're going to hover the knees to engage the core. So before we lift off, just feel the low belly and kind of see if you can draw in a little bit. Maybe flatten the back a little more. Tuck the toes, and then when you're ready, lift up those knees. 3 breaths. Perfect. Bring the knees down and take ourselves back to a child's pose. So the bum towards the heels, the arms stretch out, and we'll make it an extra active child's pose. So rest the head on the floor or whatever you normally use, but kind of like keep walking the fingertips forward to stretch the spine. Okay, with an inhale, come back up, and we'll just rock forward and back. So we can inhale forward, exhale back. And we can play around here. So we can play with different shapes. So maybe rounding the spine, maybe arching the spine. Maybe you want to make it more circular. So just play around here. Moving in whatever way feels good or interesting for you today. And it's not like you have to stick with one thing. You can play around with different options. A couple more. Okay, we'll come back to center. From here we have many choices. I'll give us 3. So one is a down dog. So we can spread out the fingers, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Another, if we want that same shape, but the wrists or the hands are not feeling it, we can do a dolphin. So the elbows come down, we can interlace the hands, and then the rest is the same. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Now, if we're not feeling any of those, we can go back to a child's pose and just relax into it. So see where you want to be today, and we'll take at least 5 breaths. And in all 3 positions, we're pressing the weight back. Okay. We'll make our way back to all fours. Actually, first, let's sit back. If this doesn't work for you, stand on the knees. Whatever. We just want to circle the wrists before we do our last all fours. Let ourselves relax. Okay, change direction on the wrists. Okay, so our last thing on all fours, we'll go into a rocking movement and give ourselves a nice calf stretch. So we come back down and again position your hands in whatever way is comfortable for you today. Stretch a leg back, tuck the toes, and we're just rocking forward and back. Okay, lift up the leg. We'll inhale, stretch. Exhale, curl the knee in, knee towards the forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. 2 more. Okay, come out of it. And you decide child's pose, or down dog, or dolphin. Okay, we'll make our way back to all fours. And just a reminder, when we're extending the leg and tucking the knee in, we want to use the lower core. So to remind ourselves, let's do that little knee lift again. So first, gently engage the low core, then tuck the toes, lift off those knees, drawing in from the low belly. Just a couple breaths. Okay, knees come down. Extend the other leg, tuck the toes, rock forward and back. Okay, back to center, lift the leg, inhale, extend. Exhale, curl in, bring the knee towards the forehead. Go with your breath. Okay, come out of it. Just release those wrists again. Okay, let's get ready to go into our seated twist. So, the bottom leg can be extended or tucked in. I'm going to go tucked. The top leg can be inside or outside. Interlace around the knee. Proud open chest. Long deep breaths. When you're ready, take it into the twist. Come back to center. Let's switch sides. So your bottom leg straight or tucked, top leg inside or outside. And before we go into it, we interlace and just take a few long, deep breaths. Take it into the twist when you're ready. Twisting towards the bent leg. Okay, come out of it. Let's get ready to come down onto the back. So if you have socks, sweaters, any extra clothing, now's a good time to put them on. And if you have anything you need for relaxation, like if you want a blanket to cover up, or if you have some props to go under the knees or a pillow for under the head, just gather it. So doing whatever we can to make sure we're as warm and comfortable as possible. And as usual, we'll just do a few more things before we get into that relaxation position. Okay, so come down in a way that makes sense for you. That was a bit rough the way I did it. You can roll to the side and then come back. And let's start with a few double knee tucks. So we'll inhale away, hands on the knees. Exhale, knees to chest. Go with your breath. Okay, next time we have knees to chest, interlace the hands around one knee, extend the other leg. And let's just point and flex. Okay, now engage the leg how you want. So you could point the foot, you could flex the foot somewhere in between. You could even keep the foot loose if you want. And we'll just go up and down within a comfortable range of motion. Two more. Okay, knee back to chest. Extend the other leg and flex. Okay, decide your engagement and let's go up and down. Okay, both knees to chest, hands on the knees, and this time let's circle those knees. So it's like we're circling the low back into the floor. Other direction. Okay, back to center. One last set of knee tucks. Inhale the knees away. Exhale. Squeeze to the chest. Okay, next time knees come to chest, open up the arms. They can be bent or straight. And let's just go into twists. Okay, back to center, and let's set ourselves up for relaxation. So, if there's any other movements the body wants to do, for sure, take the time to do them. And if there's anything else you can do to make yourself warm and comfortable, please go right ahead. For your relaxation position, pick whatever feels good. I usually do this one. It's pretty low back friendly. The feet open, the knees leaning one into the other. If you have a chair, you can put your legs up on the chair. That's even better. Or you could put a bunch of cushions underneath the knees with the legs extended. We'll do our best to tuck the shoulders under the back. I suggest arms to the side, palms up if that's okay for you. Chin gently tucked in. And then we just let ourselves let go. Inviting ourselves to relax into the support of the earth. And the natural movement of breath. Okay. Let's very, 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 very gently wake the body mind. And invite movement, giving ourselves a full body stretch. And once you're nice and stretched, knees to chest. Just a couple of double knee tucks, inhaling away, exhaling to the chest. Okay, rock side to side. And eventually all the way to one side. Take a breath or two. And finally, with the strength of the arms, press up and make your way to any comfortable seated position. We'll just do a few head turns before we close. So one hand on the knee, hand on top of the hand. Inhale the head towards the hands. Exhale, look over the shoulder. Go with your breath. Come back to center. Take a breath or two. And let's do the other side. Hand on the knee, hand on top of the hand. Inhale. Exhale, look over the shoulder. Go with your breath. Come back to center. We can place the hands on the heart. Relaxing into the beat of our own hearts. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good practice and I hope you have an amazing weekend. So we'll get a new class up here on YouTube Monday morning. It'll be in the Monday email. So we're placing our Tuesday 9:30 a.m. class and you can do it anytime for Monday. And then of course I'll see you Thursday on Google Meet and right back here Friday, YouTube. So have an amazing weekend and thank you so much for practicing with me. Take care.